Let's talk about music theory. First up, you learn how to read the little black dots. But I say, we don't need no education. It's more important to develop your ears. That sounds like sex. Next up, you learn intervals, the distance between two notes. We all know that classic tune, A Light Mist on the Lake. Then you move to scales, which is a series of intervals strung together. Your skin is so scaly, baby. From there we move on to chords, which is intervals stacked on top of each other. What a delight. Come here, Death. Next up is keys, represented by the circle of fifths, progressing through the circle in fifths. Some people call it the circle of friends or the circle jerk. Oh, so good. Then we have to talk about harmony, which is putting a melody and chords together. And then you get into fancy jazz substitution. Flat 59, triple 77, butt sex. So forget about taking that college course, you just learned everything you need to know. On the off chance you do have more questions, just DM me. I'm Shredmaster Scott, and today we're going to talk about counterpoint. Point. Counterpoint is defined as the interplay between two or more voices. Now, the ultimate counterpoint master is, of course, Bach. So we'll need to pray to him for guidance. We beseech thee, Lord Bach, to bequeath me with understanding in these counterpoint conundrum pursuits. May my fingers be quick-fleeted and my brain actually work for once. The four main components of counterpoint are prime, inversion, retrograde, and retrograde inversion. I've chosen the short example in octaves for the prime, which is our main subject. Inversion is when the first and second voice move in opposite directions, contrary motion. Retrograde is taking the prime and playing it backwards. And finally, we have the retrograde inversion. What did you just call me? Retrograde inversion is the retrograde inverted. That hurts my brain. Why should you give a fuck about counterpoint? It's great for songwriting, and it's gonna make you more than just a shredder. DM the next Instagram wanker and ask them if they know what counterpoint is. When they say no, shove it in their face like you're a god. WWBD, what would Bach do? Or is it, wow, Bach's dick? I'm Shredmaster Scott, and today we're going to talk about harmony. Can't we all just get along? Harmony is three or more notes played at the same time. Oh. Why, that brings a tear to my eye. The only rule for harmony is the melody note has to be contained within the chord. Alright, but it's quite boring. Let's introduce some tension with the secondary dominant. I'll show you domination. Next up, we'll try the flat submediant. In the key of C, that'd be an A flat chord. Flat, not flat.
Flat, not flat.
Now let's have a look at the popular subtonic chord. The subtonic is built a whole step below the root note. Now, how about some metal versions? An afternoon gallop, my lord? In summation, chords are 3 or more notes. The only rule is the melody note has to be contained within the chord.
Oh yeah, baby.